My first experience with that candied broccoli was a truly special moment in my life. In fact, it made me look like you're looking at it today. If you've ever mixed substances, you know it's a recipe for disaster. The first time I tried magic cookies, I thought, I'm not being caught, so I decided to drink some vodka. The next thing I know, I'm totally devastated and unable to even fathom what it feels like to be high. After about a month, me and my buddy Bob decided we needed a rematch. We were in 7th grade, and back then in elementary school, you got +3 prestige points for smoking weed. We called a guy, Billy, who was severely paranoid that the feds were tapping his phone. When we finally got to the park, Billy pulled out a miracle that looked like a dildo, but he claimed it was a pipe from his sister's room. Breathing smoke, coughing like crazy, but nothing was happening. We were convinced that we were invincible. Later we realized that the dealer had deceived Billy because he was 13 years old. He only sold him broccoli stems, and as we know, all the nutrients are in the flower, not the stem. We were literally smoking garbage. The real experience came on April 4th, April 20th. We went to a friend whose mother had a whole arsenal of all kinds of weed in the closet. When I finally took my first real smoke, everything changed. As soon as I got up to get water, it hit me suddenly. Everything became slow motion, as if I were watching myself in a third-person movie. The frame rate of my eyes dropped, my perception of time went haywire, and I was hungrier than ever. But the real hell begins when you're too stoned in public. You feel as if there is a spotlight above you, and all passers-by are looking you in the eye. And if you make eye contact, that's it. That person will steal your soul. Going to a gas station becomes a battle with demons. Brainiac starts playing games on you. Did that girl look at me because I'm sexy? No, she knows. She's probably an undercover FBI agent. When you're so displaced, even the most casual conversations become mission impossible. Someone will ask you where the nearest supermarket is, and you reply, "I'm fine. How are you?" Thinking you've dominated social interaction, when in fact you sound like an idiot. Then, manual breathing begins. Suddenly you forget how your body automatically takes air, and you have to do it consciously. You wonder if you walk strangely, while you move as if you signed in your panties, and you struggle to find a normal rhythm. The only salvation is if you meet someone else who is just as baked as you. No need for words, just look at his red eyes. He looks at yours. You greet each other out of respect and move on. If you're with a group of friends who are in the same situation, it's easier, because at least you know you're not the only one who looks stupid. The biggest challenge? McDonald's. When you are high, your brain has no capacity to communicate thoughts. You want a Big Mac, but when you get to the cashier, the only thing you can say is, "Do you have the one with the stuff? You know what I mean?" The cashier just looks at you and thinks how stupid you are. Being a smoker at school is also a double-edged sword. If you're prone to paranoia, it's the worst place in the world. You avoid the tutors and fail all the tests. But there are some child prodigies who somehow magically get better grades when they're high and spend the day with that special smile on their face. At the end of the day, being stoned in public isn't always bad. But for me, I'd rather stay home and order Chinese food 3 times in a row because I keep forgetting I've already ordered. It's much safer that way.